Hello and welcome back to the strategic management learning session. Today we focus on the history of an organization as a resource. The history of an organization as a resource. So by the end of this lesson, you should be able to explain ways in which the history of an organization is a resource or can be used as a resource by an organization. In our previous sessions, we defined the meaning of history of an organization. We looked at the areas which should be considered when analyzing the history of an organization. And we learned that the history of an organization serves as a valuable resource that offers insights, lessons, and also guidance for its present and future endeavors. The history, we can also say, acts as a repository of knowledge, a repository of experience, and wisdom that has been accumulated over time. So by delving into history, an organization can unlock a wealth of information that can be leveraged to make informed decisions, to build strong culture, and also achieve sustainable success. So let's now discuss some of the ways in which history of an organization can be used as a resource. The first obvious way is strategic planning. Strategic planning. And candidates, you can see we are studying strategic management, and history of an organization comes as in your syllabus as a second chapter. And that underscores the importance of history in strategic management. All right? That means understanding the organization's past successes and failures can help identify patterns, trends, potential risks, and so on. And such knowledge can be used to develop more effective strategies and make better informed decisions. So history of an organization is useful in strategic planning because furthermore, by analyzing historical data and case studies, organizations can anticipate market shifts, organizations can adapt to changing circumstances, and identify emerging opportunities. That's how history can be used in strategic planning. You understand? By understanding failures and successes of an organization's past can help identify trends, patterns, and potential risks which are essential in strategic planning. Two, cultural development. History can be used to develop organizational culture. An organization's history reveals the beliefs, the values, reveals the norms, the traditions of an organization. You recall that's what we talked about when you are defining history of an organization. We said in studying history of an organization, one has to go deep into its values, norms, traditions, and so on. And such understanding of traditions, beliefs, values, and norms can be used to reinforce positive aspects of culture and also address any negative elements and create a shared sense of identity among the employees. Now, in studying history, also we identified that one ought to look at the cultural heritage of an organization. These are historical narratives and artifacts which can be used to communicate the organization's values, and also they can be used to inspire employees to uphold the legacy of the organization. So history can be used to develop organizational culture. 3, leadership management can be used to leadership should be development, leadership development, leadership development, developing leaders. How can history be used as a tool in developing leaders? This is done by studying the actions and decisions of past leaders, which can provide valuable lessons for current and future leaders. It helps them understand the challenges faced by their predecessors, the strategies the predecessors employed, and the outcomes of their decisions. It's like a case study. By studying how the past leaders handled challenges, the present leaders can gain insights on how to make decisions. Leadership development. D, innovation and creativity. History can help the employees or the company to be innovative and creative. This is done, or this is possible through examining past innovations and past breakthroughs, which can spark new ideas and approaches. And by understanding how the organization has adapted to change and embraced new technologies in the past, employees can be encouraged to think creatively and find innovative solutions to the current challenges. Historical records can reveal previous unexplored ideas also, or even projects that may be relevant and valuable in the present context. By studying history, maybe there's something the organization intended to do, but it didn't do, maybe out of lack of resources. That can spark creativity and innovation in the present context. So you see how history can be used as a resource in innovation, and that is how history can be used as a resource in innovation and creativity. E, employee engagement and retention. How can history be used as a resource in employee engagement and retention? Now, that is possible through sharing the organization's history with employees, which can help them understand their role in the larger picture. That sharing creates a sense of purpose and meaning in their work, leading to increased engagement and motivation. Furthermore, employees who are connected to the organization's history are more likely to be committed and loyal, leading to higher retention rates. Employee engagement and retention. 5, reputation and branding. Reputation and branding. Now, a well-documented history demonstrates accountability and transparency, enhancing an organization's reputation and credibility among the stakeholders. That is how reputation may be built. By documenting an organization's history is a way of being transparent. And transparent organizations tend to be more reputable than those that are not. You understand? Then there is the aspect of branding. Branding. Historical achievements and contribution can be used to build a strong brand. We are talking about a strong brand identity, which then differentiates the organization from the competitors. Branding gives an organization a unique identity, and that identity can be achieved by studying or making or taking advantage of history, using history as a resource. You can use history as a resource to differentiate the company from its competitors through historical achievements and contributions, because you recall that uh, milestones and achievements are part of an organization's history. So that history can be used to differentiate an organization from the competitors. So that is how history can be used as a resource. Next is community engagement. Community engagement. Organization can leverage their history to engage with the community and build stronger relationships. And that can be done through initiatives such as heritage preservation, educational programs, or support for local causes. Community engagement. So the organization can, in other words, share it can share its history with the community. When an organization shares its history with the community, then that organization fosters a sense of shared heritage and pride, leading to increased goodwill and support. So these are 7 ways in which history can be used as a resource for an organization. 1, can be used in strategic planning, can be used as a resource in cultural development, in leadership development, in innovation and creativity, employee engagement and retention, reputation and branding, and lastly, community engagement. So an organization's history is a valuable resource. And in this lesson, we have demonstrated how that resource is valuable. It is a valuable resource that can be leveraged in multiple ways to achieve its goals and objectives. And by embracing its history, an organization can gain insights, it can build strong culture, it can inspire motivation, it can foster strong relationship with the stakeholders, it can build its reputation, it can use that history to rebrand, it can use that history to retain and engage employees, it can use that history to develop its leaders, to do strategic planning, and so on. That's all. Assignment 1. How can historical data and case studies be used to inform strategic planning and decision making within the organization? 2. In what ways can organization's history be leveraged to enhance employee engagement and retention? 3. How can the organization's history be used to build a stronger brand identity and reputation? 4. Provide examples of how the organization has utilized or can utilize this history to engage with the community and foster stronger relationships. Bye.